All right, ladies and gentlemen, how are you guys doing today on this Wednesday, January the 13th, 2021? What a fucking year it's going to be on Music of Destruction in 2021. Thank you for joining me here tonight. Welcome to another metallic episode of Music of Destruction, bringing you the best in metal-related content right here on YouTube on the only metal channel you need, man. If you missed anything in the past week, click that eye in the upper right corner of the screen to get caught up on all my latest videos if you haven't done so. If you have, thank you very much. I certainly appreciate it. If you'd like me to review anything, please leave suggestions in the comments section down below. No fucking slam or deathcore because I won't touch it. Welcome to Album Ranking Wednesdays once again here tonight. And guys, you know, I'm very excited for doing this one because tonight I am doing Eyehategod albums ranked. Yes, I decided to pick this one because I got a brand new album coming out March 21st, 2021, and we're going to talk a little bit about that, although I can't really rank it because I haven't fucking heard it. And yes, guys, this is going to be one hell of a fucking episode because I absolutely love this fucking band to death. Hopefully, you guys do as well, and that's why you tuned into the video. Now, the lineup is as follows. Of course, we have the legendary Jimmy Bower on guitars, Mike Williams on vocals, Gary Mader on bass, and Aaron Hill handling the drums. So before we get into the ranking, I'm going to give you guys a background on Eyehategod so you know who they are. Now, the misanthropic sludge outfit known as Eyehategod was formed in New Orleans in 1988 and became an important part of Southern sludgecore that included bands like Crowbar and Down, all of whom were heavily influenced by Black Sabbath, and you can certainly hear that in the music. They were influenced by Black Sabbath, Black Flag, and the Melvins, and Eyehategod was the brainchild of guitarist Jimmy Bower and drummer Joe LaCaze. Now, the two recruited vocalist Michael D. Williams, lead guitarist Brian Patton, and bassist Stephen Dale, and debuted in 1992 with the album In the Name of Suffering. 1993's Take Is Needed for Pain was recorded with new bassist Mark Schultz, after which the band went on an unofficial hiatus. Bower joined the band as a drummer and also played in the southern metal supergroup Down. Now, Patton played in the more death metal-ish Soilent Green, and Williams worked as a writer for Metal Maniacs magazine. Now, in 1996, Eyehategod reconvened with Vince LeBlanc on bass for Dopesick. However, the band fell largely silent for some time afterward. Now, Bower returned to Crowbar for their 1998 album, Odd Fellows Rest, but soon left after to return to Eyehategod, who recorded several 7-inch singles on small independent labels. Now, those were eventually collected on 2000's Southern Discomfort, along with several live tracks and outtakes from the Dopesick sessions. Southern Discomfort also served to prime the pump for another Eyehategod full-length, Confederacy of Ruined Lives, was released later that year, with Daniel Nick filling the revolving door bass slot. Now, of course, Eyehategod is also scheduled to release a brand new album titled A History of Nomadic Behavior, which will be out March 21st, 2021. Alright, so let's get into the ranking now, shall we? Coming in at number 5, we have the self-titled Eyehategod, released in 2014 on Housecore Records. And you know, this is a sick, bodge, sludge fest bog of swampy, gassy, drug-fueled guitar riffs, bass, drum work, and vocals that give it a really eerie atmosphere, but also a very pain-filled, misanthropic, muddy, sludgy atmosphere that really makes you think. You can feel all the emotions here from this amazing band. Everything's intact, and this album is actually one of my favorite metal records of all time in terms of the sludge metal scene. But also, Eyehategod are so iconic that I don't really feel like this band has a bad fucking album. And the self-titled album was kind of a mix of all their work previously, but added some new dynamics and some new avenues into the music. And the band has now since gone sober. I'm not sure how sober they were on Eyehategod, but it's not as drug-fueled as the rest of the discography, but it's not any less misanthropic or convincing or dark. It just doesn't have as many psychedelic textures to it as the rest of the records do, but it's still very angry, hateful, and a very fucking incredible record. Coming in at number 4, we have Confederacy of Ruined Lives, released in October 23rd of 2000, and this record to me is a very strange one. It's got a lot of strange drug-fueled passages. It's got some really mesmerizing, complex, surrealistic riffs. really strange drum work and bass and vocals. But at the same time, it's an album that I feel belongs in anybody's collection because of how powerful and emotional and convicted this is. But it's a very different record from the rest of their discography, in my opinion, and it kind of had more of a hardcore punk influence, but most of the band does. But there are a lot more doom metal overtones on previous works than Confederacy of Ruined Lives. Though it is one of their stronger efforts, it's definitely not one that I feel is their strongest effort. However, it's definitely an album that more than made up for the long absence between 1992's In the Name of Suffering up to Confederacy of Ruined Lives, which was released in 2000. Like I said, it's a great album. Make sure you pick it up. Number 4, Confederacy of Ruined Lives. Coming in at number 3, we have the debut In the Name of Suffering, released in 1992 on Intellectual Convulsion Records. A drug-fueled black haze of mud-soaked, swampy, gassy, fucking hatred, dripping with atmosphere, dripping with pain, aggression, darkness, hatred, obscurity, and raw production that most of Eyehategod's discography has and became well known for. Having that very sludge metal southern tinge in their production made it sound very unique to other sludge metal albums that were out at the time. When this album debuted, there was nothing like it out there. Even Acid Bath's When the Kite String Pops hadn't dropped yet, which came out in 1994. And you can certainly tell that Acid Bath take a lot of fucking influence from Eyehategod. In the Name of Suffering is a very impressive debut, and it's one that belongs in your fucking collection if you are a sludge metal freak. This album is full of some of the most psychedelic, surrealistic, bad trip type riffs, bass drum, and vocals and emotions that you could possibly fucking get. This is an amazing record. In the Name of Suffering comes in at number 3. Coming in at number 2, we have Take Is Needed for Pain, released in 1993 on Century Media Records. One of their most depressing and atmospheric records, and one that is just seething with drug-addicted and drug-fueled frenzies and madness and dope sickness and abrasion and raw fucking hate that you can't really find anywhere else other than in the Eyehategod discography when it comes to southern sludge metal. Now, I know you guys are going to say, well, what about Acid Bath? We've already talked about Acid Bath. We're talking about Eyehategod. And this is a very different album from anything that was out at the time, even in 1993. And this is one of the most impressive records I've ever heard in my life. And Eyehategod are absolute fucking legends at delivering that sludge metal that we all crave like fucking heroin. And not that I've ever done heroin, but this is an amazing record. Take Is Needed for Pain. Make sure you grab it. You will not regret it. Gets number 2. Coming in at number 1, my favorite Eyehategod record of all time with Dopesick, released in 1996. Now, if you thought Take Is Needed for Pain and In the Name of Suffering were drug-fueled, frenzied rage, aggression, misanthropy, hatred, darkness, and craziness, Dopesick takes all of that and cranks it to fucking 15. This is the most accurate depiction of drug withdrawal and addiction and insanity and hatred and aggression and rage that you could possibly put on a southern sludge metal fucking record. This will give you nightmares for days. If you are a junkie or an alcoholic, you're going to relate to these lyrics very, very well. You're going to connect with this album. And Dopesick, though I've never been Dopesick, I have had drug addiction in the past. Dopesick is an album that is there for you when you're going through some of the darkest times, but it also is going to cater to those fans that are feeling very misanthropic about a lot of things. Even if you're not a junkie or a drug addict, Dopesick fits perfectly in your discography as a true metalhead, because this is one of the most honest, authentic, convicted pieces of art ever fucking conceived. And Eyehategod definitely deserve to be hailed as one of the pioneers of the masterpiece genre that is southern sludge metal. Amazing record. Pick it up if you can. Dopesick gets number fucking 1 on my list, and for good reason. And I can't wait to hear their brand new album, which is called A History of Nomadic Behavior. So make sure you guys check that one out. Yeah, Dopesick, best record of all time from Eyehategod, though any of these albums would be a worthy purchase for you. So yeah, make sure you go and check out all these fucking records. Alright guys, so there you have it. Another album ranking in the books here on Music of Destruction. As always, I sincerely hope that you guys enjoyed tonight's video. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell so you don't miss anything. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Music of Destruction. Follow me over on Twitch, twitch.tv/Music of Destruction as well. Just crossed 100 followers over there. I do try to stream games every weekend. A Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/Music of Destruction. The Seed, episode number 29, The History of Iron Maiden. Part 2 is finally up on the page right now. Go to patreon.com/Music of Destruction. Select the $5 tier. You will get access to life, to these podcasts. This is my way of giving back for you guys, so thank you for your support. If you can't afford that and you just want to support for the channel for $1 a month, that's going to help go to all the new equipment that Colton, James, and I are putting together for our brand new YouTube channel, Reviews on the Run, which is going to be a movie and game review channel, and it's going to be awesome. We're shooting for a February 30th, 2021 start. We're getting all the equipment we need, so let's check out a brand new promo clip designed by Colton James of what you can expect on the new channel. And guys, we are back. Thank you so much for joining me and watching tonight. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment. Have yourselves a great night. We will see you for Top 15 Thursdays. Cheers, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.